Hello again, LE Diecast, and going to continue with the custom videos. They seem to be popular, and as most of you have figured out, I love doing customs. I mainly work on Hot Wheels in the videos because that's what sells a little bit better on eBay when I turn around and sell them. But what I really got into customizing for was more the restoration of the older cars. And I collect Matchbox cars, mainly the super fast cars. That's what I had when I was a kid, and they're really relatively inexpensive still to this day. I can find most of the models for under $1 if I buy large lots of them. But a lot of times I'll get the cars in condition that isn't really what I want to display them in. They're played with condition. You know, for example, this poor little guy, he came in the last lot, and you can see it's a played with car. So you could still bring these cars back to life. You know, they're not going to be worth anything if they're a rare car. But you can display them, and for the most part, that's what I want to do, is I just want to have a story of the car that I found, and even if it's not in perfect condition, have an example of that car that I was looking for. One thing that comes up with these is the windshields. And the windshields on these old cars, the played with cars, the windshield tends to be one of the hardest things to find in good condition. And windshields are not easy to recreate. They're a curved surface. It's a hard plastic. This older type of plastic is really pretty brittle, and it cracked really easily. Plus, we all know when we were kids and played with cars, we're pretty rough on them. The windshield's really the most delicate part. Wheels are easy to replace. The axles are fairly easy to replace. The paint is a breeze to replace. But windshields, when they're really damaged, and I don't know if I have an example here. Here you go. Here's, in fact, here's an old Matchbox car. When they're damaged, and this one has a crack in it, I have a hard time replacing them. If it's a flat surface, that one's actually pretty flat. I can use Mylar, but that's way too big of a surface to probably get away with Mylar on. But if they are played with condition, like these are, and I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but that back windshield is kind of scruffed up. It's been dragged along the ground a little bit. The front windshield's pretty small, but we'll get a shot of that. It's same condition. See if I can get the light passing across it. And this one of these big windshield Matchbox cars, the structure of the windshield's fine, but it's got a lot of scratches. You can clean those up, and it's really easy. And so let's do this. By the way, I'll give you an update on these cars. These have been repainted, but they are not clear coated, so usually I wouldn't handle them too much at this point. Also, the wheels are the original wheels, and I don't know if I'm going to keep those or not. I have some better wheels, but these aren't in bad shape. The back of this one's been, the engine's been repainted on this one, and this one needs the paint splattering to get its original kind of look. This one has been clear coated. You can see the shine on it there. Has not been enameled yet, so, or clear coat for some of you, depending on what you use. So let's get to work here. Let me kind of zoom out here a little bit. Let me get my stuff here. There we go. Zoom out. There we go. Focus. Okay. What I use is this, and I think that's what most folks that are restoring these vehicles use. It's Pledge Floor Care. You have to get the one with this guy, this Future Shine, and I have not found this in the stores in a long time. They do sell it on eBay. You can use this as a clear coat if you want, if you're using acrylic, and I use acrylics on mine. But you can use it as clear coat, and it makes them smell nice too. But it has to be this particular Future Shine tile and vinyl floor finish Pledge. If anything else works, I don't know about it. And one bottle of this stuff will probably last you forever. I'm going to pour this in here. It's water-based, so there we go. And put that over to the side. I'm going to take our car apart here. And by the way, these guys are not screwed together. There we go. And this guy. Come on. This guy's little engine always clamps it in there. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Put it over here. Okay. And all I do is just shine them up a little bit. That's just to get any sort of dirt or oil off of them. And this is just a rag. I'm not even using a wet rag. It's just enough to clean them up a little bit wherever the big areas, and just plop them in. Same thing with this guy. Just shine up that large area there. There we go. And you can see this one's not in bad shape, but it does have some scratches on it. It's kind of got a dull finish to it. And make sure all the air bubbles are knocked out of these guys. They're hard to see in there. They almost turn invisible. You know, not much to see. All right, I'm going to leave those in there for a few minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, we're back. It was only a few minutes. And by the way, there is no... they don't need to be in here for a long time. What's happening is this is liquid acrylic, and the acrylic is just filling in the holes. It just needs to settle in there. So probably a few seconds would work. I always leave them in for a few minutes. And then I'm going to just plop these guys down here on my mat. Let's put them where you can see them there. Move this guy down a little bit. There we go. Don't put these on... don't put them on a towel or anything like that. Now, by the way, that acrylic, if it dries, it does dry. It's acrylic paint, so, well, not paint, but it's acrylic. It will wreck whatever it dries on. And I don't care about this mat, this cutting mat that I've got here. I don't care much about, but there we go. So what we're going to do is now I'm going to wipe this off. Give my mat a nice shine there. And we'll just put these guys back on paper now. And all I do is I just move them around, and you can grab the parts of the windshield you're not going to see. Don't grab the part that you're going to see. I just move them enough so that the edges kind of get licked off, so that you don't end up with any pooling on the main windshield area. If you do, what'll happen is the little drips, or the thicker parts, when they dry, they'll kind of get convoluted. They'll shrink up on themselves, and you'll get like little wrinkles or what'll look like scratches on the windshield, and it's just because you had these little pools of stuff there. So that's pretty good. Okay, and we're going to let those dry, and it will probably take, well, I won't be back for a couple hours. On a hot day out here in Southern California, it usually takes about an hour for them to be really dry, so we'll be back. Okay, and we're back, and these should be dry by now. I'm going to try and get the light to go across it, but you can see that the scratches and all really are still there. They've just been filled in by the acrylic, and so it just smooths it over, but you get this really nice luster to it. It'll also take out yellowing from the windows, and hard to tell what these did look like, but if I shine them back there into the background, you can see that these are really nice clear windows now. They're as good as a brand new car would be. So let's pop these in our car real quickly, and I'll do this off screen. My car here is kind of in pieces. Put that in there, drop this guy in. There we go. Should snap right in there. Should snap right in there. Why is it not snapping right in there? There we go. Okay, there's one of them. So there's one of our cars. We'll park him right here. And this guy, I'm gonna do a quick pass with this guy. He's in a bit more pieces than the other one. And there we go. There we go. The wheels on this guy are not secured yet, so they're going to be a little bit crooked. And he doesn't have his engine in, but you won't be able to see it there. And now we've got nice clear windows on these that are scratch-free, or at least look scratch-free. Here's another one that I did the other day. We'll park him over here. He has a curved window, so you can really see how shiny it is. It's a great product. So clearing up the windshields on the old cars, you can do it. And now you can maybe get that old car that you just can't afford. You can get a played with version, clean it up. May not be collectible that way, but then it can sit on your shelf and you can at least have an affordable version of it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.